Now that we've created a link, let's kind of revisit images for just a second. Now, we haven't really taught you about an image yet, but you've been asked to put them in and use resources out there. So let's talk about them. I'm going to go ahead and put a break tag at the end of click here to go to Google so that I can pop to the next line and put an image on the next line. Because we know that when I hit enter in my coding, it doesn't actually do anything on the web page. Now we're going to create an image tag. An image tag is abbreviated to IMG. And it is also a standalone tag like this break tag, where instead of having an opening and a closing tag be separate, we've combined them into one tag because they just exist. A break just exists. An image just exists. They don't contain anything. They don't hold anything. They just are there. So the image tag also has a slash close at the end of it. There are two things that happen with an image tag that are called attributes. Attributes are where you're talking about information that is associated with the parent tag. A parent tag is the first information that's included inside of the brackets. So in this case, this is the image parent tag. Up here, the parent tag is an anchor A tag. When you want to add attributes, essentially you're adding different properties and values associated with that image. So I like to think about like a t-shirt, right? This shirt that I'm wearing is yellow. So if I was thinking that the code, for instance, was shirt, okay, that's not a code, but let's just pretend, was shirt, I could say color equals yellow, right? This would be saying I have a shirt, the color is yellow. I could even say style equals tank top because I'm wearing a tank top this time around. These are different pieces and attributes associated with the parent tag of shirt. Notice that shirt is pink, the property is yellow, and the value is blue. Also notice I'm saying property equal to, and then I use quotation marks around the value. This is all contained inside the opening tag. So if this, for instance, was a container tag that contained the word shirt, and then I closed my shirt, this would have only the attributes listed in the opening tag of that parent tag. So this is my example. Shirt color equals yellow. You're just doing attributes. These are called attributes associated with the parent tag. Okay, I'm going to delete this because that makes no sense because we don't have a shirt tag, right? But I wanted to explain it in a way that you would understand. So let's talk about an image. You say, okay, computer, I'm making an image up here, but I got to tell where to find it. So I'm going to tell it where its source is. So inside the tag, I'm going to abbreviate source to SRC and make it equal to wherever the picture is. Now, this is kind of an interesting concept when it comes to where to find the picture because it depends on where it's grabbing it from. Is it grabbing it from the same location of this HTML file, or is it going on the web and looking for it? In this case right now, we are going to the web, finding a photo, and bringing it in. So going back to my giraffe here that I searched for, I'm going to go to images and just find a picture of a giraffe. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, you can find a picture of anything. But when you open that picture, you need to right-click it and you need to open the image in a new tab. This is going to give you the URL of that image. So this image is currently located at thumbs-prod.si-cdn.com. It's then inside a folder, crazily enough, that is called this. I don't even know what that means, okay? But that's the folder it's in. Then anytime you see these backslashes, it goes into another folder inside of it, and it's going through those folders, attempting to find this image. And if I go all the way to the end, you'll see it says what this picture is actually called. It is called 1024 pixels, so 1024 pixels, giraffe closeup.jpg. It's a JPEG image, okay? But this is where it's located. This is its address. So the computer is going to go find it through all the things on the web server and bring it back and display it. So I'm going to take the whole thing, copy it. I'm going to hit Control-C on my keyboard, go back to links practice, and I'm going to paste it into those quotation marks. You will then see that the picture appears, but it's really big. Okay, so I've said my first attribute of source is equal to this. I'm going to stay inside my coding here, and now I'm going to specify how big I want it to be. I'm going to say the width is equal to 300 pixels. When I do this, it's going to automatically resize it, and it's going to keep the height proportional, but I've specified a whole different attribute inside this tag. Okay, and notice that the quotation marks are containing those properties to say that this is done and the next one is up. And then you can specify another thing that is really great to specify with images, which is called alt. Alt is where you're telling the computer what it would read to a visually impaired individual. This is very important because we want everyone to be able to see our stuff, but they can't actually see the photo. So we need the computer to be able to read what the photo is. So I'm going to write giraffe close up inside the alt. And that's going to say that when the computer comes to this image and it's reading off the page to a visually impaired person, that's what it will say is giraffe close up. And now I've got an image. Okay. The whole point of doing this image was 1, to review images, but 2, to show you how attributes work. Because when we come back to links here, we have to specify where this link goes, and that's an attribute. Save your pen. Don't forget to keep that.